Hi everyone, this is Paulo from the MBA Academy, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make basses like the ones in the track Quasi by Sustance. So this is the original track, and this is my recreation. Now I know it's not exactly the same, but this is actually one of those experiments that are failed, but I got to discover really cool techniques here. And that's mainly why I'm doing this video despite this not being the exact same sound. So if you're interested in finding ways of creating super deep subby / scratchy FM textures, stay till the end of the video because it's actually really cool. But before I get started with the video, make sure you get subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell to not miss any of our future videos. And if you want to support the channel, consider grabbing one of our products at dmbacademy.com. We have crazy preset packs. We have producer bundles made by pro artists like Icicle, Current Value, Abyss, Mastic, and many more, showing you how to make tracks from start to finish with all project files, presets, samples, etc. included. And speaking about samples and presets, if you want the ones from this video, consider joining Preset Pass. The link is also in the description. So with all that being said, let's get into the video. So the two notes that we're going to be holding, it's E, then D sharp, E, and D sharp, and then we're going to give it this little overlap right here. So you can copy these notes if you want to follow along with the video. So now let's get into Faceplan. Okay, so here in Faceplan, the setup is very interesting. First thing, let's just craft a simple sub. So let's bring a sine wave here. Let's add a little distortion here and let's bring a filter. So let's distort that sine wave and let's just filter it after. Just like that. And then let's boost the gain here. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to be crafting an FM layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a group, add an analog, add an output, and then add another analog. And this is going to be our FM setup. Let's actually do this only in sine waves. And let's call this FM number 1. Oops. FM 1. Just so we keep it organized. And then let's duplicate it. And let's call it FM 2. So the way you duplicate it, you just hold control, click and drag like Windows, you know. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to be sending these two into an auxiliary output. So let's make a group. Let's call it aux. And this is going to be kind of like a parallel chain that we're going to send into lane 2. Cool. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to be focusing now on the FM layer number 1. And what we're going to do here is to add an LFO, set this on sync, change the speed to 2/4 in triplet, set this to unipolar, leave it on retrigger, and then modulate the level of the oscillator that is here. You can see that it goes like fum, 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 fum. So let's just change the shape here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to modulate the phase of this. Like that. And we're just going to duplicate that layer. And this is the cool thing. I couldn't make this sound in one pure FM modulation. So I had to try doing multiple FMs. And it's so interesting that, for example, that low layer is made with one FM layer. And then we have another FM. So this will end up being 3 now. And we just keep FMing these oscillators. So the one we're going to be using is actually 28 semitones. Very weird stuff. Duplicate it twice with the harmonics. So that will be 56 semitones. And then just keep doing this over many oscillators and just keep experimenting with these intervals. And I thought it was such an interesting way of building a texture based on this FM harmonics. So I really wanted to show you that FM doesn't have to only be one oscillator in terms of the layers of harmonics in your sound And I think this sound is such an interesting texture because it just allows you to layer so many sine waves, each of them being such a slight modulation, like less than 20%, that at the end all of these, they add to a much more interesting FM layer. So yeah, I thought it was very cool. Then at the end, I just outputted all of them together into an auxiliary group. And now for the post-processing, the only thing I just added is just a reverb. Just like that. And now, as you can hear, it's very dissonant. It's very cool. And even though it was a little bit of a failed attempt at recreating this sound, I ended up learning a new workflow for these types of sounds, which is to not be afraid to use multiple FM layers just for a specific part of the sound, like this one. Such a subtle high harmonic. Let me show you. But then once you get to achieve a cool combination of this, it's kind of like a weird way of making chords. And you can even just high pass all of this. And then just play them together. And it's such a really cool way of just stacking different harmonics rather than just using oscillators and distortions or things like that. Just multiple FM instances doing very simple stuff can get you very cool, interesting, deep sounds. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the sound and also for this video. If you liked it, make sure you get subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell to not miss any from future videos. And if you want to support the channel, consider grabbing one of our products at dnbacademy.com. We have crazy preset packs. We have producer bundles made by pro artists like Icicle, Current Value, Abyss, Mastic, and many more, showing you how to make tracks from start to finish with all project files, presets, samples, etc. included. And speaking about samples and presets, if you want the ones from this video, consider joining Preset Pass. The link is also in the description. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.